Today on NerdOut, Catalyst Fund 10 Closeout, USDM. Welcome back to NerdOut, the show where we take a look at Cardano and break it down but don't dumb it down. Today we're doing a special Catalyst Fund 10 Closeout video for USDM, the fiat-backed stablecoin on Cardano. This was started back in, or requested back in Fund 10 to bring a fiat-backed stablecoin to Cardano. And as part of the Catalyst closeout process, you're supposed to create a closeout video. So this will serve as a closeout video for this Catalyst proposal. And there's 4 main topics that we need to talk about as part of that closeout video. So you're going to get 4 slides where we're going to talk about it. So let's get into it. The first thing we need to talk about is the challenge overview. What was the challenge? Why did you enter under this and why? What was the approach submitted that was funded? Explain the technical solutions proposed and the funding received. So the challenge focus, we went into Fund 10, products and integrations. And the reason was Cardano needed a fiat-backed stablecoin. There were no fiat-backed stablecoins on Cardano at the time. And the team requested 800K ADA in funding to do this. And the goal was to build a regulatory compliance system and a user application that allows for minting and burning of USDM by end users on Cardano. The next thing we talk about is the retrospective, kind of how did we progress? What learnings or challenges did we face along the way? Did you achieve the KPIs and milestones? And did you achieve the funds challenge? So we started this proposal under Matthew Plomin and Stephen Fisher as the CTO. And a number of other people were working on it at the time. We first launched institutional minting under them back in March of 2024. We had a number of challenges. Matthew passed away suddenly, and Stephen had previously left before that time, kind of right after. So Stephen had left, Matthew then passed away, and then I joined on, and Jillian took over the leadership role at the company. And we completed this Fund 10 proposal under Jillian and myself. And we finally launched the retail minting in May of 2025. We had done kind of a retail beta before that, but it was fully live May 2025. And all of our KPIs and milestones have been fully achieved. So the KPIs, we set out 3 main KPIs that we wanted to achieve as part of this. Ship a usable, high-impact product. I believe we've done that. Deliver meaningful integrations that improve the user experience and trust. We have integrated Charlie 3 for Oracle attestations and Cerberus for blockchain monitoring. And the final KPI was raise the quality of core financial primitives on Cardano. And this is largely in the regulatory space. So FinCEN, AML audit, money transmitter license pathway. And, just the fact that USDM is used in so many other protocols on Cardano, liquid finance, Bodega, it's used on Strike. It's used on most of the protocols on Cardano doing DeFi right now. So that's what we wanted to do, is kind of raise the bar for that financial primitive on Cardano. So as far as milestones, the design phase was completed very early on. The stablecoin design was finalized, and they decided to do this on-chain reserve. That's the main differentiating feature of USDM, is our on-chain reserve is attested by a third-party oracle, and that controls the actual mint burn architecture. So we cannot mint beyond what the oracle says we have in the bank. So you can be very sure that whatever USDM exists on chain is fully backed one-to-one in the reserve accounts. Milestone 2 was initial development of the Mihen application, demonstrating end-to-end mint burn flow. So this was largely the smart contract side, and the minting and burning was all manual, just from the command line through scripts and stuff. And since then, we've rebranded from Mihen to Moneta as far as the company's concerned. Milestone 3 was integration So implementing Charlie 3 proof of reserves to govern the mint and burn process, and that's backed by our smart contract pointing to that Charlie 3 proof of reserves. Milestone 4 was all about compliance and legal. So implementing KYC and Plaid, implementing AML processes and training, registering with FinCEN as a money services business, and starting to submit applications for money transmitter licenses. A lot of these MTLs are, while they're still actively being pursued, some of those required first having in place the KYC and AML audit stack. So that one is completed as well. Milestone 5 was all about getting documents signed with our partners for attestation. So the operational proof of reserve Oracle with Charlie 3, we have documentation showing that that is signed and active, and that is supporting transparent reserve verification. And the final milestone was completed back in May, and this is the mainnet USDM launch, and we are fully operational at app.moneta.global today. And so I do believe we achieved everything we set out to achieve with Fund 10 and its challenge. So what were the outputs of the project? We wanted to have an actively used system, and as you can see from this chart, we are actively used. We mint and burn hundreds of thousands of USDM every month as people come to us. Some months we have more, even in the millions, but typically we're in the mid hundreds of thousands, usually around 500,000 or so is pretty typical in volume for us. But we're always increasing that and always trying to get those numbers up. And we are integrated with Charlie 3 for their attestations and compliance. Today, we are using a time-based Oracle, so it attests to our reserves twice a day. We're moving to their new technology. This is kind of outside of this particular project, but we'll also talk about it. We're moving to their ODV Oracle, which allows us to mint and burn on demand. So it's their I think it stands for on-demand validation, where we request they look at our banks right now, and then we have to mint within, I think, 15 minutes of that attestation going on chain. So it's another way we're just raising the bar a little bit more for that regulatory compliance bar. So not only do we have to have them attest to our reserves, we have to have them attest to our reserves within a fixed time frame. And that'll also allow us to mint and burn more frequently if we choose to. And then also we wanted to have a live user experience for mint and burn, and that is live today, as you can see in this final screenshot. And that again is at app.moneta.global. You can go there and mint and burn. And then finally, we're supposed to talk about kind of what's next, and where we kind of went above and beyond the Fund 10 ask of us. Did you get any further funding beyond Fund 10? And kind of what is next for the product or project? So one feature we built out that wasn't part of this project was Ethereum stablecoin deposits and withdrawals. So you can bring your ETH stablecoin, either USDT, USDC, or PayPal USD, and we can burn that and mint USDM with that deposit. We can also take your USDM back, burn your USDM, and give you back Ethereum stablecoins, just two of them, USDT and USDC. In the partnerships area, we did go beyond our initial stated partnerships. We partnered with NBX, and they bring MiCA compliance to our stablecoin. So they are our issuer, like Moneta is the issuer in the United States, NBX is the issuer in Europe, and they give us that MiCA compliance. So that's been a really good partnership for us. If you're in Europe, you can go to nbx.com, go through their KYC process there, and onboard to their platform to be able to mint USDM. Fundraising beyond the Fund 10, we did a chain raise so the community could invest directly in W3I, which is the technology company that is behind USDM. So that is the company where all the value of the stablecoin will accrue. And we also received a direct investment from the Hoskinson family office. So the Fund 10 plus all of those investments have helped us get over the line with fully launching the fiat-backed stablecoin on Cardano. Beyond that, we've gone above and beyond in the legal compliance areas. So we have done an AML audit, anti-money laundering audit. The team has undergone and continues to undergo FinCEN training, and we're pushing the boundaries on what we do with legal and compliance, trying to kind of raise the bar above and beyond what is required of us in that area. We've also implemented Luca beyond Cerberus, and Luca gives us monitoring of blockchains. So we can look at not just Cardano, but we can look at Ethereum to see if, there's any improper funds coming into our ecosystem from something that's either from a blocked country or from, a scam or theft or whatever. So it protects us on both the Ethereum side and the Cardano side. We're also releasing a new user experience beyond what we have today. This will be coming out within a month or so. And the main thing we wanted to do there was just have a better, more usable user experience, and also have that be a mobile-friendly experience as well. We're also looking at additional chains, so potentially supporting Apex Fusion and Midnight with this same general technology stack. And with that, that completes the Catalyst Fund 10 closeout video requirements. If you have more questions, you can reach out to the team on socials. You can also look at the actual closeout document that will have more details about all of this stuff. And with that, nerd out.